Alright guys, so we're back for more Dokkan, and today on Dragon Ball Super Day, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, there is so much content over on JP. So many new units, a story of a Tournament of Power story event. We have Ultra Instinct Goku's Dokkan event. A lot of shit up right now. So today, I want to go through the story event. There's 7 stages, so I definitely want to go kind of quick here. There's 2 farmable units you can get from the event. This KAULIFLA and this KALE. The KAULIFLA awakens to a Super Saiyan 2 KAULIFLA, and the KALE awakens to her controlled Super Saiyan form, which the game lists as Super Saiyan 2 KALE. There, of course, is Super Saiyan 2 one. There's a Super Saiyan 2 KALE. KABE, KABE from the Universe 6 story event, he Dokkan awakens into a TUR, who's very good. KAULIFLA finally awakens. The Berserk, I guess Super Saiyan 1 KALE finally awakens. Kefla awakens as well, and Universal Survival Arc category units will cause extra drops to occur on the stage. So let's go ahead and jump into the event, and let's kind of talk while we're going through. Obviously, you know, big exciting day for JP as we just get a tremendous amount of content. There's a lot of units that I kind of want to showcase. I think I'm gonna do like a video on each unit. Each new unit, right? So like both KAULIFLAs, both KALEs, Kefla, all of them. I've already done a video on Jiren. I do still want to do one on Ultra Instinct Goku as well. And I've seen many 100% Ultra Instinct Goku friends already. Now, obviously, the story event here, like before, many people called the Universal Survival Arc like story event that was available before the Tournament of Power event. But this is the actual Tournament of Power event. It covers many fights of the first half of the tournament up to about the point where Goku and Kefla battle. So that is basically, as insane as it sounds, I think that is like the entire first half of the tournament. Like Goku defeating Kefla, or no, is it Goku? Actually, I think it's Goku losing to Jiren marks the halfway point, something like that. I don't, whatever. I guess I'm not remembering as clearly as I thought. But here we fight the Trio of Dangers. Obviously, like that was literally like the second episode of the Tournament of Power when Goku and Vegeta basically completely destroyed the Tournament of Power, like the Trio of Dangers. That shit was so wild at the time that like Goku and Vegeta did not need to go Super Saiyan Blue to take those fuckers out, but they just said, fuck it, we go in Super Saiyan Blue, and we're blowing these motherfuckers away, and they did it too, with the final Kamehameha. That was the craziest shit about that episode. It's like, oh, look at Goku and Vegeta doing this completely pointless, oh my god, the final Kamehameha. Like, that's the thing. I think, yeah, there's him doing Super Saiyan Blue for no reason. But that was like the moment where I was like not just me, like I want to be clear, everyone had the same idea. Yo, a Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta LR card would be the sickest. Obviously, we have since basically gotten that exact card, LR Gogeta. Obviously, they're not Super Saiyan Blue, they're Super Saiyan, but Goku and Vegeta, literally just like in the anime episode, they combine their beam attacks, it creates the final Kamehameha, and it takes the fucker down. So that's cool. I do think we could potentially see a Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta LR. Like, we could see a Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta LR, and then we could also see like a different Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta LR that has like the transformation mechanic into Vegito Blue. That could be cool. And then obviously right there, that is the moment where Vegeta and Goku KO the Trio of Dangers, and then Universe 9 is eliminated like fucking instantly, basically, and they're just completely gone. Now, it does skip over, I think, a lot of the, I guess I call it like filler fights. Like the beginning of the Tournament of Power, there were a lot of moments that weren't really super important, and this kind of does just focus on the Universe 6 Saiyans. Really, their role in the Tournament of Power was pretty big. Like, even like you look at Vegeta's speech that he has in one of the most recent episodes, I believe it was episode 129, where he's basically telling Vermoth, like, yo, fucker, you can count Goku out all you want, but we Saiyans, we've been breaking our limits, pushing down walls this entire tournament. Vermoth is like, oh, fuck. Yo, he's right. Jiren, take him down, son. Yo, that moment is so good. Because Vermoth, he looks over at Goku and he's like, fuck. Vegeta's right. Like, yo, Jiren, take him down quick. Right here. This, of course, this is like episode 100, I think. Is it 100? Or it's like somewhere around there. Where Goku begins to fight KAULIFLA. And Kale basically gets like jealous and upset. And she goes into her, berserk form, and then it's that form that Jiren then, like, KOs. Like, I remember when the spoilers came out for those episodes, that, like, Jiren was gonna be fighting Kale, I'm gonna be like, yo, that shit is gonna be so hype. And obviously, it did turn out, like, incredibly cool, but I don't think I realized at the time, like, how big a role, like, KAULIFLA and Kale were really gonna have, because, like, when they, like Goku fights them, right? Kale goes into her berserk form and kind of like, completely ends the fight. And then Jiren takes her down, and then Kale and KAULIFLA fight the Pride Troopers. That shit was really cool. And then obviously they fight Goku again, leading up to their transformation into Kefla. Another interesting thing about this too is that KAULIFLA actually starts the fight against Goku in her Super Saiyan transformation. As of this moment, there still is not a Super Saiyan KAULIFLA in Dokkan. All we have is the Super Saiyan 2 KAULIFLA. I actually think that's kind of a missed opportunity. They should have made the farmable one a Super Saiyan 1 KAULIFLA, but I know maybe some people don't like that because you can pretty easily farm up the AGL Super Saiyan 2 KAULIFLA super attack now. I guess for me, I went ahead and gave her Elder Kai's a while back. So that doesn't really affect me, but I'm sure there's a lot of like free-to-play players out there or people who might start their account like either now or in the future. Like that is a useful thing that they won't have to use Elder Kai's for KAULIFLA. She's not necessarily a unit meant to do tons of damage, but it is still nice to think about that like another unit is farmable. I guess I do really like that. I just want them eventually to also include Super Saiyan 1 KAULIFLA. To be honest, I think KABE deserves another card as well. I've talked about this before, but I really love like KABE's role in the Tournament of Power. Like maybe he's just a plot device to bring more out of Vegeta, but honestly, like I don't care. Like I still absolutely love it. Here, let's bring the Tournament of Power team. Why not? Might as well get the extra drops, right? Obviously, I still have to awaken a lot of units so I can like get better drops, because this, just like the original Universal Survival Arc story event we had before, this one, you can use those category units and you'll get bigger drops. Also, I remember this cock tease moment from earlier in the tournament, like, oh shit, Goku and Jiren, baby. We've been watching this in the intro for months, and then Toppo just runs up and just like, nah, son, they're not fighting yet. I was like, no, come on. But it did lead. The KAULIFLA and Kale versus the Pride Troopers was pretty cool. It's actually disappointing that there's so few Pride Troopers in the game. Like, I would have thought that they would have released, like, a lot of the Pride Troopers before Jiren. But we only have Toppo and Jiren in here. And obviously, Jiren doesn't yet have his Dokkan Awakening. I could very well see him getting his Dokkan Awakening next weekend after the final episode of Dragon Ball Super. So there, of course, is the controlled version of Kale. I get the game does label as Super Saiyan 2, so I think it's pretty safe to kind of refer to that form as a Super Saiyan 2 form going forward. A lot of these cards too are actually very good. Like that's the thing. Dokkan, compared to other games, Dokkan doesn't have as good farmable units, but they have absolutely stepped it up recently in terms of the farmable units. Like, there are many that are very useful coming out of these events. Like, that STR KAULIFLA, say what you will a lot of people are going to say they prefer the AGL one. But that STR one, like, on a Universal Survival Arc category team could be very, very good, because if you have a full Universal Survival Arc team, like, she is going to be bobbing and weaving even better than the AGL one. Like, if I had more orbs, I would seriously consider maybe 100%ing that SCR Caulifla, or maybe I'll even give her, like, you know, the 15 dodge, because I think, what can she get up to? Like, 60% dodge from her passive if you have a full Universal Survival Arc category team? Like, that's, bro, that's insane. Like, that's crazy good. So, I'm definitely eager to, like, farm a lot of these units up. It's just, right now I've got so much to farm. I don't necessarily have an order either for, like, what units I'm going to be showcasing. I guess probably after this video goes up, I probably will work on getting my Ultra Instinct Goku Awakened. And then I'll probably do, like, a 100% showcase video of him, maybe, like, at the same time as well. That could be cool. So, of course, here we have Brienne. And as we all know, she transforms into Ribrienne. I believe that right there, yeah, Brienne she's fine as hell. But I believe that was the moment where she goes to transform, and 17 attacks her, like, stopping her transformation. And it is funny, because even Topo runs up, and, like, you know, that was a great moment. Also, excuse me, I want to point out that this art for Ribrienne right there, that is not the art that we are about to fight her in this upcoming battle. You guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. So, I absolutely could see Ribrienne being added to the game at some point in the near future. I don't know how long they'll wait to release a lot of these cards, but, like, this is definitely something they could slowly trickle out, like, as time goes on and we get closer to the Dragon Ball movie at the end of the year. There definitely will be a heavy tie-in with the Dragon Ball movie at the end of the year and the JP version of Dokkan. One thing I do want to make clear, too, is that obviously there's always the global versus JP stuff. Hold on. By the way, notice, see that Ribrienne art is different. So, like, right there, we could see the possibility of, you know, Ribrienne, and then Ribrienne, like, her transformed art. Like, we could just see both, like her SSR form and then her TUR form. We saw both right there. But obviously, you know, there's always, like, a big global versus JP type of thing. I mean, it's just, I feel as though there wouldn't be such a, like, global JP, like, type war thing if, like, the gap between the games was significantly reduced. I don't really see a negative in having that happen. I feel as though that would make a lot of global players feel better. It's not asking that much to significantly cut down that gap. But it'll create situations like when the movie comes out, right? Like, I promise y'all there's going to be heavy tie-ins with Dokkan. Like, that will be a huge way for them to market the movie, because that's the way it was back when Resurrection F came out. When Resurrection F came out, Dokkan was a heavy, like, promotional tool for that movie. So we're going to see the same kind of thing happen when the new Dragon Ball Super movie comes out later this year. So it's just to kind of, like, forewarn people, because I get the frustration and stuff, but, like, at this point, like, we see, like, the release schedule. Like, if they ever were fucking for real about closing this gap, I think they would have done it. Oh, look at my boy, the Gaming Claw. Nandato. Anyway, let's just go ahead and grab this guy right here. Just kind of bring some units to go through the story event while we talk. Now, obviously, right here, boom. Here we go. Now we have reached the 1 hour special. Obviously, that's the moment where Vermoth tells Jiren, like, hey, my boy, the time for waiting is over. Go take down Son Goku. And then everyone feels his monstrous power. And so now Goku heads over to fight him. One of the characters they left out here was Jimenzi. The one character, like the Yardrat. He's one character that was left out. Remember also the fighter that Gohan fought? That, like, honorable fighter? That would have been a really cool moment to have in the story event as well. Like, characters like that, I think, I don't know, will they add them? I think at some point they will. Because, again, now that at the moment there is no, like, Dragon Ball Super, there's no, like, fresh content, like, coming from something, right? I do think eventually they will circle around and get all of those characters. Even things like, we know that the April Dokkan Fest unit is actually going to be an AGL Turles, right? So, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point coming up, we got Lord Slug, Garlic Jr., Dr. Willow, all units who are mysteriously absent from Dokkan, despite the fact that they were in movies, that debuted 30 fucking years ago, basically, at this point. Because, yeah, the Dead Zone movie, I want to say the Dead Zone movie, that was like 1990 when that shit first came out. So, like, we're closing in on quite the time difference. I think they can go ahead and put Garlic Jr. in the game. Listen, I'll tell y'all right off the bat. They put Garlic Jr. in the game, I will summon balls deep for that man. I don't care. They could very well, however, make Garlic Jr. like a farmable card like Bio Broly. I wouldn't be shocked. Maybe they think that Garlic Jr. would not sell very much. But hey, they felt okay with making Turles a Dokkan Fest. Also, there it is. Come on! Does that look clean right there? Obviously, they felt comfortable making Turles a Dokkan Fest, though. Because obviously, like, he is a Saiyan. I'm sure they're going to use his Saiyan heritage, like, as part of his leader skill or whatever. I think that AGL Turles is going to be crazy good. Like, the more I think about it, like, he's going to have the transformation mechanic. Turles is going to be a beast of a card. And he also is going to have, like, a built-in buddy already with the AGL Grade 8 Turles. If that Grade 8 Turles awakens, which I think is probably a safe bet, they could share, they would have one of those, like, 55% partnerships or some shit like that. So that would be absolutely insane. Definitely looking forward to that. Alright, so there it was. The battle between Ultra Instinct Goku and Jiren, obviously, ends in Goku losing. Now, notice they fucking skipped over Jiren versus Hit. We could tell because the sky got green right there. The sky turns green after Hit is defeated by Jiren, and Jiren then begins to meditate. So I certainly would love to see a new Hit. I think Hit is like one of the characters that most deserves a new card. Like an LR Hit, people have been talking about that for a long time, but honestly, an LR Hit would absolutely be a great idea. I do think an LR Hit would sell really well too. Like if they made LR Hit like a featured LR banner, I do think that would be a seller. The only thing is, I feel as though they do like having like featured banners kind of have like units that can kind of like have transformations, right? Like they made LR Bojack a featured LR banner, and obviously like he goes from his kind of base form Bojack into full power Bojack, and then full power Bojack with the Galactic Warriors, right? So I don't know if Hit would be like a featured LR, but we can see what they would do. Also, this is the moment where KALIFLA and KALE are still recovering from their battle with the Pride Troopers, and they are attacked by, I believe that character's name is Mona, or Mana, like one of those things. And KABE jumps in and basically is like, nah, girls, y'all can keep recovering your strength. I will handle this. And I remember Ken Zyro and me were thinking the same damn thing. That, KABE, he is going to get himself some pussy after the Tournament of Power with KALIFLA. Y'all can mark that down. Boom. Put that in the history books. That moment, KABE really was shining bright like a diamond, okay? This character, too, I gotta admit, I was very happy that KABE was able to defeat her, because this was not one of those very inspired character designs. Like, she's beating the shit out of KABE, and it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not really impressed with this shit right here. So I'm glad KABE was able to go Super Saiyan 2 and, finish that girl off. And then, obviously, we know what happened after, when Frieza literally snuck up on KABE and blew him away. That shit was wild. We probably won't see another Angel Golden Frieza, now that I think about it, because we already do have the Dokkan Fest, right? I feel as though that covers, like, basically the Tournament of Power. Frieza hasn't shown anything in the Tournament of Power I think that would require a new card. Hit for sure. I guess we did get the Super Saiyan 2 Kabe, so he doesn't need one. Like Kefla, KAULIFLA, KALE, they're probably accounted for. We could, I think, there is an Ultimate Gohan in the game. I don't think, real quick, I'm going to check. Does AGL Ultimate Gohan have the Tournament of Power link? I swore he didn't. I thought I looked at that before, and the AGL Ultimate Gohan, he's in the Universal Survival Arc, but he doesn't have the Tournament of Power link. I actually do just want to confirm that real quick. We'll go ahead and bring the Super Vegito team, just because, like, my friends list is still, like, overpopulated, oversaturated with those LRs, which isn't surprising because they're, like, the strongest units. So, here we go. Finally, we've reached this moment. This is the last stage of this event. This is where Goku, going from base form, he fights KAULIFLA, and then KALE gets involved in her, like, Berserk Super Saiyan form. Eventually, she gets the controlled Super Saiyan form. Goku is fighting both of them at the same time. He kicks it up to Super Saiyan 2. He does go Super Saiyan 3, if only for a brief, over-dramatic moment, which never had a payoff, by the way, because KAULIFLA wanted to learn Super Saiyan 3, so it's kind of like they were teaching her, like, oh, here's how you go Super Saiyan 3, and then I thought, like, oh, once they fuse, Kefla will definitely go Super Saiyan 3, but she never did either, so that moment literally had no payoff whatsoever. KAULIFLA, KALE, Kefla, none of those bitches are going Super Saiyan 3, so that shit was, like, largely pointless, bro. But then, obviously, Goku goes into his Super Saiyan God form, and I'm so happy that they do have that version of Super Saiyan God here in Dokkan. The AGL Super Saiyan God Goku, when he Dokkan awakens, he is that Super Saiyan God Goku. He's got the blue shirt on. I think it looks so good without his orange top, Goku's orange top. Like, just having that blue top, the red hair, the orange pants, I think that's a really good look for Goku. And I'm glad that they made one of the two Super Saiyan God Dokkan Awakens into that form, and they also gave him the Universal Survival Arc category as well. So here we go. Now, the girls do this and transform into Kefla. And of course, Kefla, right there, she is just Super Saiyan 1. You can run her and her Dokkan Awakening, the TUR version of Kefla, on the same team. I was thinking about it because I pulled so many Keflas on that banner, but honestly, I don't think Kefla's Dokkan form is really, it's not good enough to merit running. Like, it's not, like, insane, like, LR Broly's TUR form or anything like that. Okay, also, by the way, I was checking the AGL Ultimate Gohan, and he does have the Tournament of Power link. Okay, because for a little bit I was wondering, I was like, I swore I remembered that he didn't have it, but he does, so... although, I don't know, that's just an SR. I feel as though, like, they could have made, like, an SSR support Ultimate Gohan or something along those lines. Or even they could release the base form, like, Gohan, who does not have the bang. He's a boss in the original Universal Survival Arc event, but they never released him so that we could actually get him, which is a shame. Also, here is where Super Saiyan Blue is defeated by Kefla. Then, well, okay, so Kefla shows up, base form, beats Super Saiyan God, Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue, so Kefla goes Super Saiyan. Then Super Saiyan Kefla bodies Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, and he's one-shot by Kefla. Then, obviously, Goku goes Ultra Instinct, and that is where he is able to defeat Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. Also, her super attack animation is just so good. Like, they really put a lot of effort, like making it look good for some of these characters' super attacks. I am very, very pleased with that. And unfortunately, Kefla doesn't have anything on LR Goku Black, so he'll go ahead and sit her down. That same stage, I believe you actually get the medals to awaken like all of the KAULIFLAs, KALEs, and Keflas just from that one stage right there. So it might actually be a little bit of an annoying farm, because you are going to have to, do the 3 fights over and over and over again. It showed Dispo, by the way, who is not yet in Dokkan, But he certainly was a strong enough presence, a strong enough force in the show that I do think he could get a TUR as well. A good card. I could see Dispo being a very interesting card. He could be another card that could have the dodge mechanic similar to KAULIFLA or, you know, Janemba, Ultra Instinct Goku or something like that. I think Dispo could be like a really interesting defensive option for the Universal Survival Arc team or even the Pride Trooper team, because I feel like eventually we could see like a full Pride Troopers LR card as a Pride Troopers like category leader, similar to what we saw with the Ginyu Force. But alright guys, that will cover it for doing the story event right here. I don't know if we'll see more stages added to this like the previous event, because there's already 7. But I think the previous Universal Survival Arc event got all the way up to 11, so I would say there is a slight chance we could see more stages added to this, maybe more characters. I mean, maybe we could see like God of Destruction Topo coming out next weekend with Jiren's Awakening or something along those lines. I feel as though there's still several weeks until April 5th when this event ends. We could see another banner, we could see more Dragon Ball Super characters coming out, besides just this Jiren and Ultra Instinct Goku banner. But, alright guys, I appreciate y'all watching, and I will catch you guys next time after, finally the banner loaded. But, alright guys, later.